Welcome back to Great Day, Washington. It is time now for the Morning Mix. A Baltimore man convicted of killing his girlfriend is out of prison this morning. Adnan Syed, who was the subject of the first season of the hit podcast Serial, was sentenced to life in prison for killing his girlfriend Hayman Lee back in 1999. But he's always maintained he is innocent. Now, Baltimore prosecutors investigated, and last week they moved to vacate his conviction, citing unreliable cell phone tower data used as evidence, advances in DNA testing, and information about other suspects that the defense never received.
When prosecutors do not do their duty, when they do not disclose evidence as they are supposed to, the result can be that innocent people like Adnan lose decades of their lives for crimes they did not commit.
We're not yet declaring Adnan Syed is innocent, but we are declaring that in the interest of fairness and justice, he is entitled to a new trial.
After a judge vacated Syed's conviction yesterday, he is now released, but he is wearing an ankle monitor.
Okay.
An attorney for the victim's family members say they are considering whether to appeal. Now, as for the podcast Serial, it released a bonus episode today on the case. They were there at the trial and yesterday and listening to it, so they dropped one today. You know, it's interesting because you do have the victim's family, and the victim's family is like, this is not a podcast. This is real life. And then you have Adnan Syed, which a lot of people after the podcast were starting to really wonder whether he was actually guilty. The podcast helped bring it to the spotlight, launch the investigation, but the investigation is what found the DNA, you know, with new testing now that there were some witnesses and everything.
Prosecutors didn't release everything. You haven't listened to the new episode, right?
I
know you've listened to the original.
Oh, the original was fabulous, and you know, you could take both sides on it. They did a really good job, but we've seen a lot about Adnan Syed quite a bit.
Right.
And so I think they were all shocked that this happened yesterday.
I wanted your take. Thank you for that, Kristen.
I've got
I know
so
you
much
followed
more,
so
but we
closely.
don't have time.
Okay. Yeah, we got to move on because of you. Because of you. The fans. Kelly Clarkson now has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Former American Idol judge Simon Cowell, you saw him there, presenting Clarkson with her star on Monday. Clarkson was the first American Idol winner back in 2002. Since her win on the competition show, Clarkson has released nine studio albums, 2 children's books, and of course, she hosts her own successful daytime talk show now.
Of course. She's a mom of 2 now, and they were there with her, too. I mean, really no surprise with her.
No.
Everything that she's been able to accomplish since winning American Idol.
Well, Paula Abdul, so they had all of the American Idol judges that were there for her. Paula Abdul changed her flight at the last minute and showed up mid-speech of Simon's, and he made fun of her.
Of course he did.
Went on to say that because of Kelly Clarkson and her win and how successful she has been, it made all of them better in the spotlight because that show went on and was so successful because of her.
Makes sense. I mean, I don't think a lot of people knew who Paula Abdul was. I don't think anybody really knew Simon Cowell or Randy Jackson. So made them stars too. Okay, a new survey from Forbes.com ranked the states with the worst drivers. Not much surprises here. Maryland came in at number 7, one of the worst states. Virginia ranks as one of the least offensive states, coming in at number 44. By the way, the worst state on the list is apparently Utah, followed by Missouri in second place. Colorado came in 3rd. They didn't include D.C. on this list, but really, are we surprised that Maryland's
You're
in the
driving
top 10?
those Maryland roads all the time.
Every single day.
It's bad?
It's bad. I would say maybe Virginia's not, you know, I've had my own issues with Virginia. I think every state, once you're on the road all the time, is just bad.
Yeah, but it's a wide gap between Maryland and Virginia, though. I don't notice a big difference driving between the two. I do most of my driving in D.C. since I work and live here, but when I go to the outside, the Beltway's always bad. The drivers are always on a rush. Even just this morning, there's somebody, we were on 29 in Columbia, and she's just trying to cut over, and it's like, we're all going 30 miles an hour. Yeah. Just in some places, 25 miles now. Did you pay attention on Connecticut this morning? I forgot that part. Hopefully I didn't get a ticket. All right, take a good look at this photo. It might not look like much, but experts say this is likely an alligator. I see the alligator lingering in the water in Calvert County, Maryland. I feel like I'm reading a ghost story. Sal Isaaca is the Southern Maryland Chronicle, with the Southern Maryland Chronicle. He spotted and took this picture in Lusby. The Chronicle sent the photo to the Department of Natural Resources for official identification. Now, just last year, do you remember this? A father and son captured a 7 foot. It was over 7 feet alligator while on a fishing trip near Lusby in Chesapeake Bay. We have reached out to the DNR for more information. They actually found it and killed that alligator as well. So
Stay out of the water.
yes.